Have you ever had that moment when the ground seems to rush up faster than your thoughts? One second, you're reaching for something, and the next, you're on the floor wondering, what just happened? If you've ever experienced that heart-stopping instant, you're not alone. Every year, millions of older adults have a fall, and while many recover, some moments linger, not just in the body, but in the mind. Because the scariest part isn't always the fall itself. It's that feeling of being stuck, unsure of what to do next. Now, before you let that thought bring you down, take a deep breath. This isn't a story about fear. It's a story about power, your power, to stay calm, stay smart, and stay safe, even when life catches you off guard. Because in those critical few minutes after a fall, what you do, or don't do, can truly make all the difference. And today, we're going to walk through those life-saving steps together, one simple action at a time. I want you to imagine this with me. It's a quiet morning. You've just finished your tea. Maybe you're walking toward the window to check the weather, or reaching for your favorite book. Suddenly, your foot slips. You lose balance. You hit the ground. It's jarring. The first instinct is always the same: panic. You might feel a rush of fear, maybe embarrassment if someone's around, maybe pain. Your heart races, your breath quickens, and your mind screams, get up right now. But here's the truth. The first step to safety is not movement. It's stillness. Because in that first minute, your body is in shock. It's trying to understand what just happened. Your muscles tighten, your breathing turns shallow, and your mind floods with adrenaline. It's your body's ancient survival system, trying to protect you. But sometimes protection looks like paralysis. That's why you might feel frozen, even if you're not hurt badly. So instead of fighting that freeze, let's work with it. The first life-saving step is to breathe. Not just any breath, slow, deliberate breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth, again and again. You might not realize it, but that simple act is resetting your body's communication system. You're telling your heart, it's okay. You're telling your muscles, we're not in danger. You're giving your brain oxygen, the fuel it needs to make the right next move. I know in that moment it feels like time is crawling. You might think, I don't have time to sit here breathing. I need to get up. But trust me, that patience is what gives you power. When you slow down, you regain control. It's like rebooting your body's computer after a crash. Without that reset, every move you make is built on panic, and panic causes mistakes. I once spoke with a lovely woman named Margaret, 79 years old, who tripped while watering her garden. She told me, I panicked. I tried to stand too fast and my knee gave out. That's when I really hurt myself. Months later, after recovery, she said something beautiful. If I'd just stopped to breathe, I could have saved myself a lot of pain. And she's right. Breath isn't just air, it's your lifeline. Now, once your breathing steadies, it's time for what I like to call the stillness check. You don't need to move yet. Just listen to your body. Ask yourself quietly, where does it hurt? Can I feel my fingers and toes? Do I feel dizzy? These aren't medical tests. They're moments of awareness. Keep your head where it landed. Don't twist or jerk. Close your eyes for just a second and pay attention. If you can name where you are and what just happened, your mind is functioning properly. That's a good sign. But if the world feels like it's spinning, or your vision blurs, or there's sharp pain anywhere, stay down. That's your body saying, not yet. There's no rush. In fact, a recent study found that older adults who stayed still for about a minute after a fall had far fewer secondary injuries than those who tried to get up right away. So, stillness isn't weakness, it's wisdom. As your breath and awareness return, try a micro-movement check. Don't think of standing yet. Just see if your fingers wiggle. Can your toes move? How about your wrists or ankles? If any movement causes sharp pain, stop immediately. If not, gently continue. What you are doing here is restarting your body's internal map, the connection between your brain and limbs. It's a quiet, powerful way of saying, I'm still in charge. This part is so important because in moments of fear, the body can forget its own strength. But every tiny movement, every wiggle of a toe, reminds you that you're still connected. You're still capable. You're still here. Now let's pause for a second and talk about something that's often misunderstood. Many seniors believe that after a fall, they must wait for someone else to help them. And yes, calling for help is absolutely vital if you re-hurt. But what if no one is around? What if you live alone like so many do? That's where this knowledge becomes your safety net, because with calm, control, and awareness, you can buy yourself the most precious thing of all: time. Time to think, time to act safely, time to survive. I've seen so many people underestimate their own ability to help themselves. But the truth is, the human body, even an aging one, is remarkably adaptable. When you train yourself to stay calm instead of panicking, you're teaching your body to work with you, not against you. It's not about strength, it's about sequence. Think of it this way. The first 2 minutes after a fall are not about getting up. They're about getting smart. And the smartest thing you can do is breathe, assess, and trust yourself. You don't need to be an athlete or a doctor. You just need to be present, patient, and kind to your own body. So, as you take those slow breaths, feeling your heart settle and your awareness return, remember this truth. You are not fragile. You are resilient. A fall does not define your strength. Your response does. Each breath, each moment of calm, is a step toward safety. And in that calm, you'll find the clarity to take the next right move. Because the real secret to surviving a fall isn't just knowing what to do. It is believing that you can do it. And trust me, you can. Now that your breathing is steady and your mind has caught up with what just happened, it is time for the next phase: understanding your body's signals before you make a single move. See, when you fall, your body goes through a kind of quiet storm. Adrenaline is still high, your balance sensors are confused, and your muscles are waiting for direction. If you rush that moment, you could turn a minor fall into a major injury. But if you listen closely, your body will tell you exactly what it needs. Start by noticing what's not in pain. That might sound strange, but it's one of the simplest ways to find stability. Maybe your arms feel okay, or one leg seems stronger. This awareness gives you a starting point. It's like building a bridge from safety to movement, one careful step at a time. Let's imagine you're lying there, calm and breathing evenly. You've done your stillness check, and you feel alert. The next step isn't to stand, it's to reconnect. Start from the smallest parts of your body. Wiggle your fingers again. Rotate your wrists gently. Then, slowly shift your attention to your toes and ankles. This might seem small, but these micro movements are the body's way of saying, "We're waking up." If you can do this without sharp pain, move a little higher. Try bending one knee slightly or tightening a thigh muscle just for a second. What you're redoing here is reactivating your proprioception, that inner GPS that tells your brain where your body is in space. After a fall, that sense can get scrambled. But gentle, slow movement helps your nervous system recalibrate. Now, let's say you're feeling a bit more confident and you've confirmed you can move without severe pain. It is time for one of the most important life-saving techniques you will ever learn, what therapists call the roll and rise method. It's simple, natural, and it's been tested thousands of times in hospitals and rehab centers around the world. Here's how it begins. Choose the side of your body that feels least painful or stiff. Slowly bend one knee and let that motion guide you to roll onto your side. Keep one hand supporting your head if you can. Don't rush this. The key word here is graceful, not fast. Once you're on your side, take a deep breath and pause. That small break allows your blood pressure to even out and prevents dizziness. From there, use your elbow and forearm to gently push your upper body upward until both palms are flat on the ground. Now you're on your hands and knees, what's called the quadruped position. It's one of the body's most stable postures. Notice how your weight feels evenly distributed. Your spine is aligned, your joints are sharing the load, and your center of gravity is low. This position is powerful because it's safe. If you start feeling a little dizzy at any point, stop and breathe again. Focus your gaze forward, not at the ground, because your eyes help your inner ears balance. The world may have spun for a moment, but you can steady it again with focus and calm. Once you're stable on all fours, look around for a sturdy piece of furniture, a chair, a couch, or even the base of a table. Something solid that won't move when you put weight on it. Slowly crawl toward it. Don't worry about looking awkward. This is about safety, not style. Every small motion you make now is a triumph of control. When you reach the sturdy surface, place your hands on it and bring your stronger leg forward so that your foot is flat on the floor. Keep the other knee on the ground. Take another breath here. This is your halfway point. Feel the strength returning to your legs and the stability of your hands on that surface. Now push gently with your arms and that front leg to lift your body into a half-kneeling position. Pause again. You're not in a hurry. Your body just did something incredible. It coordinated multiple muscles, adjusted blood pressure, and balanced you back into alignment. Give it a moment to catch up. Finally, when you feel steady, press through your front foot and use your arms to rise slowly into a standing position. Keep one hand on the furniture for support. Once you're upright, stay there for a few seconds. Don't take a step yet. This pause is crucial. It gives your blood time to circulate properly and helps your equilibrium settle. You might even whisper to yourself, "I did it," because truly, you did. This simple roll and rise technique isn't just a method, it's a message to your body. You're capable of recovery. I've seen seniors who once believed they always need assistance rediscover their confidence just by practicing this move once a week. And the best part, you can practice it safely on a soft surface like a bed or carpet before you ever need it in real life. Let me tell you about Thomas, a retired teacher in his early 80s. He told me that every time he got up from bed, he practiced a version of this technique. Slow, controlled, deliberate. A few months later, he slipped on his porch. Instead of panicking, he said, "I remembered what I practiced." He breathed, rolled, paused, and got up safely. When he told me that story, his voice carried pride, not fear. And that's exactly what this is all about, replacing fear with familiarity. When you know what to do, you stop feeling helpless. And that confidence becomes its own protection. Because let's be honest, falls don't just test your body, they test your trust in yourself. But once you've learned these calm, smart movements, you begin to realize something powerful. You don't have to be afraid of the ground anymore. You see, strength doesn't always mean big muscles or fast reactions. True strength is staying composed when life throws you off balance. Literally. It's the quiet decision to breathe instead of panic, to move slowly instead of rushing, to listen to your body instead of forcing it. And when you do that, the floor stops being an enemy. It becomes just another surface you can return from. Because rising up after a fall isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about reclaiming your confidence, your independence, and your peace of mind, one thoughtful breath and one calm movement at a time. You're standing now. Maybe a little shaky, maybe still catching your breath, but you did it. And that's a victory. Don't rush past it. The moment after you rise is just as important as the moment you fell, because your body is still adjusting. Think of it like a boat that just weathered a storm. It might look steady on the surface, but the water underneath is still moving. This is where most people make their second mistake, assuming it's over. But the truth is, the next few minutes can determine whether you recover fully or risk falling again. So here's what you do next. Stay still for a moment, holding on to that sturdy surface. Feel your heartbeat. Notice your breathing. Let your body catch up with itself. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, the same kind that grounded you in the beginning. Now, lightly touch your pulse on your wrist or neck. Don't worry about counting. Just feel it. Is it racing, fluttering, or steady? If it feels fast or faint, keep holding on and breathe until it evens out. That simple awareness keeps your blood pressure from dropping suddenly, which is one of the main causes of dizziness right after standing up. If at any point you feel lightheaded, stop. Sit or kneel again, just like before. You're not losing progress. You're protecting yourself. A Harvard medical review found that older adults who sat back down at the first sign of dizziness reduced their risk of fainting by nearly 70%. Think of it as giving your body time to balance its inner chemistry before you take that next step. There's nothing weak about that. It's wisdom in action. Once you feel stable, take a few small sips of water if it's nearby. Even a minor fall can dehydrate you because of the stress your body goes through. Water helps your heart and muscles recover faster, and it keeps your blood pressure steady. If you've been on a cold floor, wrap yourself in something warm, a sweater, a blanket, even a towel. Warmth tells your blood vessels to relax, which improves circulation and comfort. Now, if someone is with you, a family member, a neighbor, a friend, let them know you're okay, but that you need a few quiet minutes to reset. Ask them to stay close, not to lift you or move you too quickly. People mean well, but sudden movements can throw your balance off again. What helps most is calm company, steady breathing, and gentle reassurance. If you're alone, don't worry. You've already shown you know how to handle this. Keep breathing, stay near your support, and when you're ready, call someone you trust, or, if you have a medical alert device, press it just to inform them of the incident. You might feel fine, but it's always smart to let your doctor or loved one know within 24 hours. Sometimes the body hides small injuries that show up later, and a quick checkup is an act of self-care, not concern. But here's something we rarely talk about: the emotional part. Falling can shake more than your body. It can shake your confidence. I've met so many incredible people who, after one fall, stop doing the things they love. They avoid the garden, stop walking outside, even hesitate to shower without help. The fear of falling again can start to feel bigger than life itself. And that fear, quietly, begins to shrink your world. But let me tell you something. You are not fragile. You are capable, adaptable, and stronger than you realize. The body may age, but the spirit never loses its power to learn. And the best way to overcome fear isn't to pretend it doesn't exist. It is to replace it with knowledge, practice, and confidence. Confidence is a skill, and like any skill, it grows with repetition. Start small. Every morning before you stand up from bed, take a moment to breathe and feel your balance. Shift your weight from one heel to the other. Say to yourself, "My body is stable. My breath is calm." That single sentence can become your anchor. It tells your mind that movement is safe again. You can also practice gentle movements that strengthen your balance. No gym, no heavy workouts. Just simple daily habits. Stand near a wall, slide down slightly, then back up. That motion reawakens your legs and hips, the very muscles that protect you during a stumble. While seated, reach one arm forward, then the other. It sounds easy, but this strengthens your spine and shoulders, helping you stay upright and steady. And don't forget the ankles. Rotate them slowly each morning and evening. Your ankles are the body's shock absorbers. Keeping them flexible can mean the difference between a trip and a recovery. Each of these small actions builds something bigger. Trust. Trust in your body, trust in your awareness, trust in the fact that you know what to do if life ever catches you off guard again. Because falls aren't failures. They're messages. Your body saying, "Hey, slow down, pay attention, I need you to care for me." And when you listen to that message with patience instead of panic, you heal smarter, faster, and stronger. I remember a man named Rajan, 76 years old, who once told me, "I used to see a fall as proof I was getting old. Now I see it as proof that I'm still standing up for myself." That shift in thinking is everything. Because once you stop seeing yourself as fragile, you start living fully again. You go back to walking in the garden, cooking, dancing, laughing, not because the risk disappears, but because you've learned how to handle it. So, the next time you find yourself afraid of falling, remember this: preparation isn't fear, it's freedom. Knowing what to do gives you back control. You don't need fancy tools or special strength. You already have the most powerful tools: your breath, your awareness, your patience, and your will. And that's the heart of this message today. The 5 life-saving steps aren't just physical movements, they're life lessons. Breathe to find calm. Pause to listen. Move with intention. Rise with confidence. And once you're standing again, live with readiness, not fear. If this message helped you or reminded you of your own strength, take a moment to share it with someone you love. You never know. It might save a life one day. And if you're part of our Golden Life family, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your story. Tell us how you've overcome fear, or how you plan to practice these steps. Because every shared experience makes someone else braver. You've lived through so much. You've learned, adapted, endured, and thrived. Falling doesn't erase that. It only gives you one more chance to rise, wiser than before. So keep breathing, keep moving, and keep believing in your ability to get back up. Because the power to rise again has always been yours.